John Liddle here for SWOSUathletics.com, talking to Southwestern Oklahoma State fullback Stephen Castiglione this week as we do a little player profile with him. Stephen, thanks so much for talking with us, man. We appreciate it. Absolutely. He's had a great start to his senior season with the Bulldogs. And last year, you were listed as a senior on the roster. What transpired that you were able to come back and play another year of football?
Well, actually, it was senior day, so everybody was figuring out who was going to walk. And Coach was like, hey, if you sit out in the spring and go under the credit hours, you can come back and play again. And I'd already been here for 3-4 years. I came from a junior college, so I was like, my degree's about done. But I mean, I don't have to pay for it. Why not? So senior year of football, here we go.
All right. So we decided to come back, and you're playing a really big role on the offense this year. It seems like at least half the plays you're in there, and especially whenever you need a fullback, it's old number 32 coming in there. So what's it been like, learning that role over the last 2 years and now playing it to such a good extent?
I mean, you just gotta step up and maintain responsibility. I know Coach in the off season was like going to put a heavy emphasis on the run game with you. So I mean, I just studied for it, and here we are.
What makes you good at that position? What skill set do you have?
I don't know. I'm really not scared of contact at all. So I don't shy away from any of that. So that's really beneficial to the team.
Absolutely. Now, you were really a football star in high school, going back to the day. And I don't mean to brag on him or anything like that, but take me back to those days in Colorado when you were in high school and thinking, okay, football or baseball? Football or baseball? How did that come down for you?
Actually, I actually took all of my football visits. I took 2 to Colorado University, and then 1 to Colorado State, and I took 1 to Fort Hays, and then 1 to Western State. And I just pretty much picked the biggest scholarship, which was a baseball scholarship to Eastern Arizona, help my family out. And so I just rode with that, and here I am now.
Unselfish type guy. That's what we like about you. So you ended up at Eastern there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And then at SWOSU for baseball, right?
Yes, sir.
So you play baseball at Southwestern, outfield for a couple years, and then take us through that transition from the baseball diamond to the football field. What did you contact the coaches? Did they contact you? How did that happen?
Coach Helton actually spoke to me in the weight room one day about if I ever played football, and I was like, yeah, I played in high school, and he said something about coming out, but at the time I was not ready. I wasn't in football shape. I was a little baseball player.
Yeah,
so
you're more in your quick twitch mode, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So I decided my senior year of baseball that I was going to stay over the summer and work out and get myself in football shape. And Coach Kokenauer and Coach Helton spoke, and they gave me a shot to come out, and I actually ended up getting a scholarship out of it. So.
Well, and you've been playing very, very well, a big role. How fun was that for you to get that first touchdown in a Bulldog uniform a couple weeks ago?
Man, it was awesome. I never thought I'd be in the end zone again, but yeah, it was awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Talk about that play, just straight up the seam, or how did that happen?
Yeah, and plus we were going to go play action. Having Corbin out there, was a big threat. I mean, people just flocked to him, so as soon as he said hike, and I pinned down and I started releasing, I watched everyone fly over to Corbin. Next thing you know, I'm wide open, and I was just hoping Stenna's arm's okay to get it there. Sure enough, he got it there.
A little bit more of that double tight end set with Ryan. Yeah. Both of you going out for passes. It normally works out well.
Yeah.
For you to be wide open.
Oh, absolutely. He's a dominant threat for the secondary, so it just leaves guys like me open all day long.
Well, as far as your season is gone, now 3-3 on the year. You lost 3 of 4. But there's got to be some hope on the horizon for you guys, because you've seen this season how well you are capable of playing. Yeah. You've got some teams out there that you probably feel you can beat as well. What's the goal of this team right now?
We just got to finish strong. We tend to stoop to play at other teams' levels. We just got to stay at this high caliber we're rolling with right now, and we'll finish out the year strong.
What would the beard say about that? Does the beard have its own personality or anything?
Sometimes it does, yeah.
Why isn't it like all black, like Brian Wilson or something like that?
I mean, If I wasn't a poor college student, I'd invest in some, but
Some Just for Men or something like that.
We'll just let it go. See how long I can get it going.
Well, it looks really, really good. Where does that? Have you always been a beard guy, or
No. When I played baseball, it was always clean shaven, clean cut to the crew. So I mean, football, just let it go.
So this kind of just reflects the football personality.
I guess so.
So we've kind of got two different fighting Stevens here. We got baseball Steven, we got football Steven. We'll see who wins out after you get out of school. What are you thinking about doing with your life once school's over?
When I graduate, I'd like to become a downtown Denver cop. Yeah, and I'd like to work the all-night shift.
Mm-hmm.
I did some ride-alongs in there, and I really like it.
Yeah. What makes you pick that area, downtown Denver? Some action down there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not the most peaceful place, but it's fun, and I've always wanted to be a cop, so I'm out there.
Absolutely. Get back to the place you love, Colorado.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we love having you here, man.
Yes, sir.
We're going to miss you when you're gone. Stephen Castiglione, thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
John Littleback for SWOSUathletics.com talking with Jacolby Robinson, a sophomore defensive tackle for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
It's been really fun to watch your development over the last few years. Mm-hmm. Last year, nothing really expected from you in your freshman season, I suppose, but you're able to get on the field, able to get some really good playing time. Yeah. And then coming into this year, you've really come into your own, it seemed. Mm-hmm. For you, where's the confidence level in year two as opposed to where it was in year one for you?
Really, it's just being motivated by Devin, being beside guys like Devin and Kulu and Jim. You want to live up to, like, the expectations that they would, so you don't want to be, like, in their shadow, so that's like a big motivational boost. And me and Devin, we went to high school together, I'm sure you know, but it was always like this back and forth rivalry we had going on with each other, like who can make the most plays, who can do this, who can do that. It's kind of selfish in some sort of way, but it's really all to help out the team and see who can do the most. But that's really where my confidence and my motivation comes from.
So you guys really, really build off each other.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. You feel like I guess what you're saying is you're a better player with them around you, right?
Yeah, I could say that, yeah.
In a way?
Yeah, he probably say the same thing around me.
And it seems like, I don't know, maybe except for Jim, maybe you're leading the statistical categories right now. Are you holding that over Devin and at all right now?
No, I try not.
Are you afraid to make Devin mad? Because I would be. I don't know about you, though. Maybe you can stand up to him. I can't.
No, Devin, he's a softie. He's big, but he's a softie. But, I don't try to, like just boast and brag over him. Like, I let him know we'll, like one game we'll say, I'm going to have a better game than you. We'll do stuff like that, but, like, I won't, like put him down or anything like that, because stat-wise, I may be doing better. I still think, like, he's over me, though, because I look up to Devin, because even in high school, I never would tell him this, but even in high school, I look up to him because the way he makes plays and how aggressive he is. But stats-wise, I guess you could say I'm ahead of him, but I still think he's the guy, like, the guy for D-line.
Well, that's just me. I'm just trying to start controversy. Just trying to make things. I'm just kidding. But as far as high school went, playing with Devin and then him coming to Southwestern before you, how much influence did he have in you coming here?
Oh, he really showed me how it is. Like, even when I came on my visit, he was like, "This is how it's going to be. If you do good in your freshman season, you can start." And which is the same thing he did when he came in as a freshman. And Kula went down last season. I had to step up, and Devin, I think he got ejected from one of the games. I had to step up, and I think that's where I really made my mark on this team. So I think he's helped me out a lot with that and let me know stuff about that.
Absolutely. Now, you guys have been great against the run this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know you guys are going up against a really good running team at times in Southeastern on Friday. How much confidence does that give you that you guys really haven't been, except for Harding, and they're running way better against other teams than they did against you guys, that you guys have shut down the run time and time again this year? How much confidence does that give you?
It's great, because every week, like, Coach Helton will be like in film, they got a good running back. They got a good running back. Yeah. And we always, every week, we'll like stop them. They average like 100 yards a game. I remember one. I don't remember what team it was, but one running back, he averaged like over like 150, I think, a game. But when he played us, he was only had like 30 maybe. So we're good at shutting the running backs now. We're good at shutting the running game now. That's one of our specialties, is stopping that run.
Now, against the pass, I know that's been, at least the last couple weeks, you played a couple teams that have really beaten you through the air in Henderson and Ouachita Baptist. How does what you do on the field play into helping to stop the pass as well?
Oh, good pass rush, getting pressure on that quarterback. That's one of our main things, because not all the time is the secondary going to stop him, and not all the time are we going to be able to get a good pass rush. So we really got to work together on that. Our secondary and our D-line, we have to get pressure on the quarterback, and that same thing, they have to cover the receivers or whatever they do back there. I don't really know, but we really have to get pressure on that quarterback. That's how we help with the pass, mostly.
I like that. I don't really know what they do back there, but I know how I can help.
I know D-line. D-line is my mind is focused D-line. That's all I know. Really.
That's great, man. Going into this game against Southeastern, you're trying to stop the run, you're trying to stop the pass, but at the same time this year, there have been a few issues with trying to get off the field on third downs. Sometimes it's been penalties, sometimes it's been completion, something like that. How big of a thing is that going into this game, you think?
It's very, very big, because like you said, we do get a lot of penalties, and then it could be just like short passes that they would do like that outside receiver or something like that, because they look at our film and they know that's like one of our weaknesses, so they go for like a quick pass or something like that, and that's how they would get like a first down on us. So that's kind of like one of our big things that we gotta take care of in practice, and that's one of our things that they harp on us about, is taking care of that quick pass and not getting penalties. That's one of our tough things that we gotta work on.
How do you keep the attitude up in practice when you've lost 3 out of 4? You haven't necessarily played horribly or anything like that. It's just you've gone up against some really good teams. You've got some games on the horizon. You guys could have a winning season, things like that. What's keeping you motivated right now?
Oh, like Coach Helton told us in the speech after the Henderson game, he said, we're 3-3, we're not 0-6. So let's not go into practice like we're 0-6 team, because we're not. And then we're halfway into the season. We still got 5 games left. So we're not gonna go in with this sad, mopey attitude that we're gonna lose the rest of the season, when we still got 5 games to go. Like you said, we can still have a winning season. So we're not just gonna hang our heads just because we lost. We're gonna have to step it up and just keep moving forward.
How about playing on Friday night again? I don't know if you ever thought you'd play on Friday nights again, but that's something to get a chance to do this week. Kind of an interesting deal. Any different mentality in that for you, or just like a regular game?
No, it's like a regular game. It's just on a different day. We starting looking at film a little earlier, but it's just another game. It's nothing too big, nothing too serious. Just we started looking at the other team a little earlier than what we usually is, but this mentality is the same thing. We got to go out and win. That's our main focus.
All right, got you. Thanks so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Jacolby Robinson, sophomore defensive tackle for the Southwestern Bulldog football team. Remember, SWOSU football coming up Friday night. Really interesting Friday night matchup against Southeastern Oklahoma State against the Savage Storm. It's going to be a 6 o'clock start time, a 5 o'clock pregame show on 95.5 The Coyote if you can't make it down to Durant for the game. John Liddle for SWOSUathletics.com.